Earth Day in Cupertino, Stevens and Permanente Creek's Watershed Council is looking out for water quality here in Cupertino. Joanne, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today?
You bet. Basically, to introduce ourselves to the public, we're an organization of neighbors and people on city staff, biologists, teachers, students, all sorts of people who have come together to work for a better creek in riparian area here in Stevens and Permanente Creek's Watershed.
Okay, and it's the Stevens and Permanente Creek's Watershed Council.
That's right.
Now, where is the creek's watershed?
The creek's watershed, anywhere the rain falls, where it eventually ends up in either Stevens or Permanente Creeks. And that's one of the biggest things we educate the public about, is that wherever they live in somebody's watershed. And what they do counts, whether it's putting fertilizers on their lawn, which go into the storm drains and end up in the creeks, or a wide variety of activities, washing their car in the driveway and so forth. All of these things add up.
Now, if people shouldn't wash their car in the driveway, where should people wash their car?
Well, you can pull it on the lawn, and that way the water soaks into the lawn and into the ground, and the water will travel underground and will eventually reach a creek, but by that time it'll be cleaned up. Or you can go to a professional car wash, and they're required by law not to be dumping it into the storm drain. They have to dump it into the sanitary sewer where it gets cleaned up before it hits the bay.
Great.
But we involve people in water quality monitoring. My team is out without me today for the monthly water quality monitoring. We're doing a habitat study with U.S. Geological Survey, and we're looking at the bugs that grow in the bottom of the creek. Different bugs have different pollution tolerances. So we look at a population of bugs in a particular area, we can tell what kind of habitat quality is there. Plus, as you can see, all the habitat restoration, and you're on my face and not on my arms, so you can't see the poison oak, but we're involved in mapping invasive weeds, removing those invasive weeds, and then replacing them with native plants. Our Stream Keepers program is where folks adopt a section of the creek, which they walk once a month, and we train them ahead of time. They look for things which are potentially biological, physical, or social problems along the creek and alert us to what's going on. And when we have, 20 plus miles of creek, it's great having all these extra eyes on the creek.
What are some of the examples you might have of the types of problems you just described? Social creek problems.
Oh, for instance, homeless encampments along the creek. I realize people need to go somewhere, but that leads to unfortunate sanitary conditions, high coliform bacteria in the creek. So we like to know about those things.
And what other types of problems?
Oh, see, if you're walking your particular reach and you notice lots of scummy suds on the water, well, we know there's a problem from one of the outfalls, and we'd like to trace that as well.
For more information about this and other programs that can help you keep Cupertino and your home green, visit cupertino.org/green.